I think it also makes sense to thank Caleb over here. I mean, he was the one who gave us the props and taught us what to say, so. This one's called December 1st. I've always disliked hospitals, but December 1st is when I learned to hate them. It used to be the confusing halls, the stench of cleanliness, the all too quiet, but now it's the constant reminder of December 1st. Or maybe, technically, it was December 2nd, you never know. Time flies when fear is pumping your adrenaline. On that ride stretched longer than usual from school to that awful place, filled with too few words and too many tissues, at least I had hope. A shred of hope, but hope nonetheless, simply torn to bits when I came. I walked into that place. The quiet had broken, filled instead with broken sobs, and a broken voice that held itself together long enough to breathe those few words. Then I slept, passed away. And I fell. My chest caved in, and I fell into the abyss, a vacuum of space destroying my thoughts, leaving only a darkness behind, a darkness that shook my soul and crushed my heart. Then my knees hit the linoleum. I slid my back against the wall. I looked down at my Christmas sweater, shrouding me in a warmth that didn't reach my shaken soul. And I remembered that night full of joy, her smile shining. And I remember her laugh echoing as she played and climbed and fell. I remember the people around me, people who needed a hug, or a hand, or a few soft words to remind them of the love that was still there, still here, even in the absence of one who loves so beautifully. But when that hope melted away, I learned anger for the first time. When the tissues were no longer there and the sweater was put away, my hands would shake and my mind would go blank for a different reason. And since there was no one to shame, no one to blame, I pointed my anger towards the issues of this world, the things that needed change. But that's not all I learned. I learned what freedom felt like. It was suddenly okay to think what you thought, or say what you felt, or go where you wished. For no one would judge a grieving child. It changes people, grief does. It gives, and it takes, and it teaches, and it makes you forget. But the one thing it couldn't steal from us was love. The love that we shared and the love that held us together. When the first no longer reminded us of new beginnings, but of pain and an old friend.